If you haven't tasted fresh, homegrown lettuce, you're definitely missing out. Today I want to show you how I grow my lettuce and give you some tips on growing. Let's start with the soil. Lettuce generally grows best in loose, well-draining soil with a pH level between 6 and 7. The soil should be rich in organic matter, with a good balance of nutrients and moisture retention capacity. You can use a potting mix specifically designed for vegetable gardens or make your own by mixing equal parts of garden soil, compost, and tin or perlite to improve drainage. For example, I choose seeds of romaine, butterhead, and oak leaf lettuce. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged, as this can cause the seeds to rot or germinate poorly. Water the soil lightly and regularly. My tip: water the plants when the upper soil layer starts to get a little dry. For sowing, I use vegetable soil. Sow the seeds at a depth of about 0.3 to 1 centimeter and cover them lightly with soil or vermiculite. Avoid burying the seeds too deeply, as this can prevent them from germinating. When your soil has not enough nutrients, you can use fertilizer, ideally with an NPK ratio of 10-10-10 or similar, and give it to the plants every 2 or 3 weeks. Lettuce needs plenty of light to grow and thrive, but too much direct sunlight can cause the leaves to wilt, yellow, or develop a bitter taste. As a general rule, lettuce needs at least 6 hours of direct or indirect sunlight per day to grow well. You can also use artificial lights to supplement the natural light if you are growing indoors as I do. Let us now see how my lettuce grows in time lapse. The seed trays are now getting too small, as you can see from the root growth. To further encourage the growth of the lettuce, I planted the plants in larger pots. When growing outdoors, space the plants at least 10 to 15 centimeters apart to allow room for growth and airflow. For larger varieties or those that form heads, space the seeds further apart or thin out the seedlings later on. Now that we have larger pots, let's see how the lettuce continues to grow in time lapse. It's important to harvest lettuce in the morning when the leaves are the freshest and have the highest moisture content. The time to harvest lettuce depends on the variety you are growing, but most lettuce plants can be harvested when they reach maturity, which is typically around 50 to 70 days after planting. Some varieties of lettuce, such as loose leaf and butterhead, can be harvested earlier, while others, such as romaine and iceberg, take longer to mature. If you want to see more tutorials, feel free to subscribe or ask questions.